welcome to Off the Record Music Review. Yay! This is a show that looks at musical artists and albums, and sometimes we have guests that want to look at their own pick of what they like as musical guests and artists, and we're like, so we do it. Just kidding. We love doing it. Also, don't forget to check out our B-side top 10 because they're really awesome.
That's awesome.
So the thing about our show is Nikki and I have very different opinions, which is great because we don't always see eye to eye on things. But also with our show, when people want us to listen to certain things, we really listen. No matter what genre we normally prefer, we really listen to whatever they want us to. So we have a minimum of 10. With this particular one, I think I've listened to around 35 or 40. But we really get to know it by the end. So we know how we're going to react, if it's going to get under our skin or not.
So we never know if we're going to love it or if we're going to go.
So this week we have a very special guest joining us to talk about one of their favorite artists. Nikki, why don't you introduce him?
Michael Anthony Smith, also AKA Tony Smith, an artist himself, guitar player. He loves John Mayer. He really respects his guitar playing. And so he asked us if we could do a special on John Mayer. And we said, why Tony Smith? Yes, we can.
So hey, Tony, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
It's nice to have you on our show.
Thanks for having me.
I'd like to know a little bit about your musicality, your musical background, what you do for a living. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been a musician my whole life, if you don't count little odd jobs. But other than that, just, my real work has always been in a band of some sort.
And you played with some famous people too, right?
Well, I moved to London, England, for a while, and I was there for 20 years or so. Mm-hmm. And I hooked up with Roy Ayers, and he's a kind of legendary American funk legend. And of course I gigged around because I was living in London, so I gigged around with other people. One of the little fun gigs that people seem to get a kick out of was I played David Beckham's wedding.
Yes.
Hello. David and Posh Spice.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
So today on the show, we are looking at the great John Mayer, Tony's choice. And Tony has chosen 10 songs that he really likes, that are his favorites to listen to. But first, I'd like to ask Tony, what is the reason you really like John Mayer?
Well, I suppose I don't like particularly John Mayer way more than other artists that I love. I love a lot of artists, and sometimes artists have like one album that you like. You don't need to like everything somebody does, right? You can just dip your toe in and go, oh, that's great. Okay, I've got a flavor of that, So then I thought, well, Continuum came out, and I just listened to it and right away liked it. And he's playing blues guitar. There's something there. Like it's not like a pop person who might play a bit of rock licks or something. There's some kind of taste going on, some kind of feel and phrasing of blues. So I got back into Continuum and started playing it around the house at the time, and kind of fell in love with it as an album. And as I said in my previous comments, I don't know everything John Mayer's done, and mm-hmm. I like what I've dug into, which is basically 2 albums, Continuum and Born and Raised.
Okay, so as we said, we're doing John Mayer. Tony has chosen 10 songs by John Mayer that are his favorite John Mayer songs. And here's Nikki to tell you what those songs are.
So get your pens, pencils, ink, quill, pen, blood, packets, and get ready to write them down. Here they are.
Okay, so let's get on to song number 1, which is Born and Raised.
So I love this song. I actually put this pretty high up on my list of the favorites of the 10. I would say it's kind of bluesy and sad, and the lyrics are the thing that I love so much in this. It's such a shame to grow up lonely. It's like there is this sad quality about the Born and Raised that I love. I really think it's a beautiful song.
I really like this song. I find I liked more of his stripped down songs. I did like the whole album, Born and Raised. I sort of went through his catalog, and that was the one that sort of stuck with me. Yeah. Sometimes when you hear people with beautiful voices, they get a little muddled, and that sort of, you can really hear him clearly in that. Yeah. It reminds me of Neil Young's Comes a Time. I kept thinking it every time I heard the beginning. I was like, which is one of my favorite Neil Young songs. And just the way it starts with the harmonica, it had the same sort of flow to me. I know it was personal, but I didn't feel like lyrically he was giving away a lot of himself. He was just, being vulnerable, but not too vulnerable.
Yeah, and it's Crosby and Stills or whatever from, Crosby, Stills, Nash, it's those guys on background vocals, and they really do, you can really hear that. Boy, that reminds you of Neil Young and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And
is that who's on that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I was loving that.
Yeah, so it's those guys, right? From Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah, so I actually wrote down great backing vocals on this. I didn't know that's who it was.
Yeah, I think it's David Crosby and Stills, I guess. It's two of them. I don't know if it's all of them, but anyway, whoever it is, it's really got that sound, and it's wonderful.
Okay. So let's get on to our second song, which is "Call Me the Breeze."
This was not one of my favorite songs of John Mayer. I thought it's kind of interesting, but it's like, it felt to me like maybe he decided to be a cowboy, but it didn't really work. But his guitar does. That's what I felt like when I listened to that song. And I do think this is from that album Paradise Valley, which is when he really was maybe trying to be a cowboy.
So this song's not one of my favorites either, but it's sort of in the middle somewhere. I do like his layered vocals, the way he's singing it. I don't think it's about much. I thought of all the songs that you gave us, that had the most, the coolest guitar going on in it, and it sort of is a good showcase for his vocals and his guitar. That's kind of all I thought about that song.
Okay, well, that isn't a song he wrote. That's one of those tribute cover songs, which has got a heavy duty Grateful Dead-ish quality to it, really, when you think about it.
Yeah,
you think about that song. I don't know, it's just such a rootsy Americana vibe in that thing. Yeah, I like, it's not my favorite John Mayer by a long shot, but I would never skip it.
So let's get on to our third song, which is Walt. Let's get on to our third song, which is Walt Grace's Submarine Test, January 1967.
Okay. I love this song. This is in my top 3 for sure of the top 10 of yours, Tony. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's so sad. I feel like it's like nothing else. I really love Chris Body on trumpet on this song. I love the trumpet. I'm just a love trumpet anyway. And the lyrics in this song, I mean, it is kind of a simple song, I think. But the lyrics, like, with the will to work hard and a library card, he took a homemade fan blade one-man submarine ride. It's like a song like no other to me.
I really like the way the song started with the soft little drums, the guitar, and the trumpet was really cool. It was kind of sad. I thought it was really great backing vocals on this. It almost reminded me of Kate Bush, your favorite, Nikki. It's had a Kate Bush quality going on behind it. I really didn't like the lyrics. I don't like story songs. It kind of reminded me of like a Disney movie theme, the lyrics. It didn't hit me in any way. But I'm like, remember that song, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald? I couldn't stand the story of that song. Once I'd heard it once, I'm like, I get it. I get what it means. So lyrically,
that's weird,
I thought musically it was one of my favorites, or not my favorite, but I just didn't like the lyrics.
Right. Well, I did like the lyrics, of course, because I suppose, I don't know whether I would say I like story songs, and I do like The Wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald. I really wanted this to be true. Like when I heard Walt Grace's Submarine, I was like, I bet like there's a guy called Walt Grace, and I bet
And there isn't?
he made, and I don't think there is. No,
Oh, I thought it was too.
there is no Walt Grace, and I was like, oh damn. It's a weird little tune. It's almost more like Elliott Smith or somebody, you know.
Yes, very much.
Right.
Elliott Smith, who I love Elliott Smith.
I love Elliott Smith too, and it's got.
Oh, there you go.
It's got some kind of vibe going on, like that. Anyway, it's something a little unusual for him, and it's not.
It was different.
There's nothing really anything else quite like that, I don't think, in his repertoire. So.
Okay, let's get on to song number 4, which is "Emoji of a Wave."
So Emoji of a Wave is one of my very favorites of this list of 10. I love it so much. I feel like John Mayer, first of all, is like a guitar god. He's not the only one, Tony, but he's a one.
That's okay. Don't worry.
I also love
worry
his
about that.
voice so much in this, and he really pulls on your heartstrings. I feel like this album, especially that he is playing, he had really been like sort of humbled by heartbreak. And so he just wears his heart on his sleeve in this song. And it's so, I don't know, I love it. It's so beautiful to me. It's full of soul.
I really like this song too, one of my favorites. It's one of the songs that flipped on me and got stuck inside my head. And the first one I kept kind of going back to. I like the vocals. I like that it's sad and it's pretty and it's heartbreaking, all those things. I like the wavy drums near the end. I think I remember that correctly. It's sort of just wavy coming in. I sort of listen to all this stuff, and at the end I do the headphones and then really try and hear what's going on now at that point. And I heard that, and I thought that was really cool. The only critique I would have of the song is it just sort of goes on a little too long at the end and doesn't change enough for me. But that's me. You guys probably love that part.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I love this song, and it has that really melancholy, bittersweet quality or sad quality where, you know, if you've ever, you know, it's just a wave, and you know, I just hold on. I just hold on when it comes. I just hold on. You know, and that's really emotive if you've know some sadness in your life. And it's just a pretty well written song. And he, again, another thing about John Mayer is he has a cool sounding voice. And
Yes.
that's something. Not like a lot of bands have okay singers and maybe good singers, but there's a quality to their voice that's not very memorable or distinctive. His voice is like instantly memorable. It's just one of those things.
Okay, let's get on to our 5th song, which is "If I Ever Get Around to Living." Nikki.
Yeah, so If I Ever Get Around to Living is like not my favorite song on this list. I find it really whiny. I don't know what else to say. I really don't like it. Like, I like him a lot, John Mayer, but this song just grates on me somehow.
I really like this song a lot. It was one of my favorites for sure. It was a bit more alternative sounding to me. Great vocals. I love the way his voice sort of yodeled up a little bit in there. I thought this was kind of the 70s one. I thought it sounded a bit like Seals and Crofts mixed with a bit of Todd Rundgren in this song.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sort of like a soft 70s, more rock than pop, but I really like this song.
This song has a slightly proggy thing going on in it, in that the feel of the song literally changes three times, you know. So in this, the music itself is kind of progressing and telling a little story, and finally ends up at that cool vamp.
Okay, let's get on to song number 6, which is "Believe."
So this song from Continuum, which is like really, it was kind of a cool, different kind of album for him, I think, I thought it had the coolest riffs. I really like it. And the lyrics were really cool in here too. First of all, I mean, just always his guitar playing, always.
You wrote those 2 things too, what you just said.
That's weird.
Riff and lyrics, yes.
Yeah. Everyone believes in how it ought to be. I like that line. I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, I really like this one. It's a great song.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I also really liked the guitar solo in there. It was really short and sweet and really cool that he threw that in. And I thought, oh, he's going to go on, and he didn't. He just like, no, this is what I'm doing. It's really cool. That was cool.
Yeah. it sort of sounded so kind of yacht rocky and contemporary. So Doobie Brothers and all that stuff thrown in there, that yacht rock vibe was really there. And yet it was just cool. And as soon as that little guitar solo comes in, I was just like, that is the perfect short guitar solo. You know,
Yes.
like it's so good, you know, like it's such a good little solo with a great sound. And the lyrics are fantastic, like punching underwater, you never quite hit what you're trying for.
Yeah.
You know, just
Or
great
changing
imagery.
people with a sign, right?
Yeah, great
Yeah.
imagery, great writing. You know, it's just a great song, you know,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Let's get on to song number 7, which is Gravity.
Slow, beautiful. This is I love his slow guitar so much.
Cool.
His lovely voice in here and his beautiful guitar solos in this song. And I love the background vocals so much in this, actually. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
this is a song where you just really feel. I love this song. Great.
Yeah. The first thing that jumped out, well, one of the many things is that little guitar solo that he plays on this, again, is so understated and spacious and just seemed so sweet. And it was, maybe this whole thing was coming on the back of guitar excess. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you had all the shredders and you still do, and all the rockers that were just burning it up. And then John Mayer comes along and goes, you know, and you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, that's actually great. You know what? That's actually great.
Yeah.
Let's get on to song number 8, which is Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. Burning! So this song is another one that grew on me a little bit. I did not like it at all when I first started listening. I was like, I don't know if I can even listen to this song. Because to me, it was really just kind of obvious, angry at a girlfriend kind of song. But I grew to really like it. The guitar got me and the vocals got me. So I really did start to appreciate he's a great singer and a great guitar player. Lyrically, I got a really hard time sometimes with him. This is one of those songs I don't like when he's, you know, calling his girlfriend a bitch. And I'm just like, okay, this is 2006. Got it.
Yeah.
But it seemed like an adult contemporary pop piece.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's kind of just an angry version of that breakup song.
So it's quite a guitar piece, this piece. Like, it's just a really great feeling, great sounding, perfect little riff. And it's undeniably hooky and good. And the song goes along. And in fact, he kind of lets rip a bit on the end, and that's fun too. Some good guitar playing on the
He
end.
combines the two, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
As I said, this song, the worst to me. And then I kind of liked it at the end. I was like, oh, that works. Okay, let's get on to song number 9, which is Paper Doll.
I like this song a lot. So this is from that album Paradise Valley, where he thinks he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
But yeah, it is. But I like it. I think it's like super sweet and sad, and I guess that's a lot of his songs. But he has this nice little riff I like in that song. It's just sweet riff, and I like this line, was it just too far to fall for a little paper doll? It's so, there's something so sweet about it. I know that's not your thing, Bill, about lyrics. I love it. There's something, and this one kind of crept on me a little bit, like in that way where you're like, you think it's kind of mundane, and then you listen a lot, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is really lovely. It's lovely. Lovely song.
This is one of my least favorite songs, mostly because it feels a bit too soft rock for me. The lyrics come across as a bit creepy to me. It's like, I don't know, just like the love, you're so beautiful, and you know, the butterfly kisses kind of song. It's just not my thing. And then I found there's a weird theremin sound at the end, like almost a ghosty thing.
Yeah, I think it might
And
be.
it comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, what is that doing there? It didn't fit to me. Not my favorite song, and a little too long.
All right.
Let's get on to song number 10, which is Moving On and Getting Over.
I really like this song. Moving On and Getting Over. I found it really funky. I love the guitar riffs in it. I thought it was really kind of different than a lot of the stuff that you had on this list, and I thought it was super duper 70s-ish.
One of my least favorites. I didn't like the style, but I hear what you're saying. That part in the song where he goes ba 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 was, to me, it was like a 70s sitcom theme or something. That's what it reminded me of, with a jazzy guitar, and the lyrics were just seemed like it was about nothing and just a jam, right? And so not one of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, it definitely brings back memories of Curtis Mayfield, Sly and the Family Stone. It's a it's got a soul thing. It's got a minor 2/5. We call it like a little vampy minor chord that many soul songs have. So it reminds me of all that soul thing. The guitar playing is really well done. Like all the rhythm guitar is really nice. It's really crisp and right. So it's just kind of a fun song. I wouldn't say it's a very moving or emotional song, but I don't know. I liked it. I guess it's probably number 10 on that list.
Now that we've gone through the top 10, let's get on and see what everyone's 2 favorites are and what their least favorite is. So let's go to Nikki first.
Okay. So my 2 favorites are Emoji of a Wave is my top favorite, and Gravity is my second. And my least favorite for sure is If I Ever Get Around to Living, which was a wine festival.
No, that's a good song. So my top 10 is my number 1 is Emoji of a Wave, and number 2 is Born and Raised. I really like that song and that album. My least favorite is Moving On and Getting Over. Did not like that. It got worse as time went on.
Well, I guess I would say maybe Born and Raised is kind of weirdly my favorite. It's got no guitar solo or anything like that in it, but Gravity is maybe second. I would put. I just kind of have to. It's so strong. And maybe my least favorite is probably Call Me the Breeze. I just kind of happen to like it,
Yeah.
As a thing, whatever it is.
Cool. So does anyone have any change of opinion? I know you guys probably feel exactly the same way.
I love him. It's so soulful, and it's a joy for me to listen. So it didn't change anything for me to listen.
Okay. So I've always heard about John Mayer forever and ever, usually from guitar players who love him. To me, he was always a bit too soft rock, pop, R&B. Those aren't my types of music. Making myself listen again and again and again, I came to appreciate he's a great guitarist, he's a great vocalist. I don't like him lyrically, but I appreciate him a lot more than I did. So it kind of flipped on me a little bit.
I just liked it, and it's great music to listen to when I'm with Nicola. We want to hear something, we're driving, whatever it is. We put that on, we can really get into it. We can really kind of disappear into it.
Well, thanks for being on the show, Tony.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Getting to know John Mayer and changing my mind about him a little bit. It's cool.
All right, everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment. And if you leave your comments below and then maybe you say, oh, you want to hear this album or do a review of that, then maybe we'll do it.
Okay, that was a great show. It was great getting to know John Mayer.
Yeah.
I got a lot out of that, actually. It was kind of interesting for me.
It was. I'm so glad to hear that. And I loved him already. And I was so happy to have Tony on here and bring his perspective. I love that. And what a great show we did.
Yeah, it was awesome. We'll see you next time on Off the Record, folks.
On the B-side.